Underground Geek here. And in honor of Wolverine Generations coming out, I thought it would be a good time to review this comic that I got recently, Wolverine Enemy of the State #1. It's a True Believers issue, and when it comes to the True Believers, I just get them if I like the cover, and then I'll go and read the stories, because some of these comic books are old and I haven't read them before. And I thought that'd be a good time to get them for $1, read them and see if I like the story. Well, I got to tell you, this is a perfect opportunity because this comic directly interferes with the Generations comic that come out, and so it's a good time to review this one. So we got Enemy of the State #1. We've got Wolverine standing over a bunch of dead ninjas. So in this story, we've got kind of a backstory going on here. We have this employer here and a driver, okay? And so this guy is going to his son's baseball game. And he's having a good time, everything's going great, until his son gets snatched and kidnapped. So then we've kind of set up our backstory. Okay, we've got somebody, their kid got kidnapped. Okay, good story. We got plot development. And it only took 4 panels, 5 if you count his face. But there we go. Automatically, we've got these, good storytelling. We've got good dialogue. He's telling exactly what's going on. Bam. So, from then on, they pretty much tell the backstory of the guy looking for his son to no avail, and eventually the police just give up. They can't find him, and it's been weeks, and they haven't found him. So pretty much they just give up on him at this point. And so there's our backstory, fully developed. Now we get this cool page here with Enemy of the State Part 1. Mark Miller is the writer. Pencils and cover is John Romita Jr. Ink is Klaus Janson. And they did a real good job. We got the editor and executive editor and editor-in-chief. What's the deal with all these editors? They're all editing the editors. And special thanks to Eric Morels. But we get this cool scene here. Take it all in. This is Wolverine, the real Wolverine. So pretty much what has happened now is he knows this family through his past lover, and so they've asked for his help. So then it's kind of telling, and it lets you know that in fact Wolverine has been the one talking this whole time, telling the backstory. So here he is. He's waiting on the kidnappers to show up for the ransom. There they are. And they make a curious little statement about this Christian cemetery in Japan. If you watch that movie Silence, it kind of talks more about it. That's a terrible movie, by the way. I was so depressed at the end of it, but it tells the story of Christianity in Japan. It says, "Where's the boy? Safe, but who are you? I was not expecting an American. Who am I? I'm your worst nightmare. That's who I am. Former SHIELD, former Weapon X. You never heard of the X-Men or something? This is the real Wolverine." So, with that, his face says, "I ain't American, I'm a Canadian." And so, I thought that was kind of funny that he brought that up. So anyway, he gives them the money, $10 million. They open it up to find that it's actually just a bunch of clothes with a note on it. He says, "Is this supposed to be funny?" He goes, "Actually, back home, that's something of an insult." So I thought that was kind of funny. So they're not playing no more. They says, "An insult here too, little man." And that reminded me, that Wolverine is actually kind of short. I think he's like 5'9". But yeah, it reminded me of how the real Wolverine is. So instantly, he kills both of them. Because that's what Wolverine does. And with that, these ninjas come out of nowhere. And he says, "No pulse, no breath." So they just come out of nowhere and start attacking. And with that, he throws the dead ones on them, starts hacking and slashing, and he notices that they're dead. These things have been dead for at least a month. So they're zombie ninjas. Even better than regular ninjas. Old ham gone bad on a hot afternoon. Ugh, that's gotta stink. Don't read that, by the way. But anyway, so it's got more hacking and slashing. Wolverine's easily beating these undead ninjas, Marvel Generations. But anyway, so he's still attacking the ninjas. And then we get a look at our main villain here as he's watching in the distance. And he says, "No, I want to see what the Wolverine can do. Let them tire him out a little." So he's easily hacking and slashing them down, taking them out. This is pretty decent art. I mean, it's not just amazing art, but it's pretty decent. All right, more smashing, bashing. And with that, they're all dead, and Wolverine's standing there victorious. And he notices that the head guy trying to limp off. He says, "I left you alive for a reason." And then he says, "Tell me where the kid is." But then here he says, "Where are you hiding the kid?" And then you notice something strange. He says, "Nobody's that fast." And this guy's bleeding, so he's obviously dead at this point. And then we notice what's happened. The guy from behind has stabbed them both through Wolverine. "That's impossible. Blade clean through. Nobody's." He says, "Wrong, Wolverine. The Gorgon is that fast. The Gorgon is this silent." So he cuts him. And just in case you were wondering what happened to the boy, we fed him to the pigs. That's just mean. He says, "Get up. Heal, you little runt. Heal." We get Deadpool till death do us part. So then now it's been a week later. The X-Men are talking to the parents. They're trying to find out more about what's going on. And they're trying to find out where Wolverine's at, if you can read the dialogue here. Because Wolverine's been missing for about a week now, and now their kid is too. And the mom knows for certain now that her son's probably dead. So at this point, it's been 1 month now, and it's in Minneapolis, and we've got Fury here investigating this massacre with S.H.I.E.L.D., and they're pretty sure they know who it is. There's a bunch of people killed in the church there. They think it's this mutant Gorgon, of course, and they've kind of figured out that he's a Ninja Master Class 2. He's got superhuman strength, and his power lets him kill anyone he makes eye contact with, hence the name Gorgon. So they're investigating him. It's starting to snow, and she says, "This stinks to high heaven." He says, "Yep." So at that point, they said that they just found Wolverine in South America. Now, obviously, he was supposed to be in Japan when we last saw him. Now he's in South America for some reason. That was my first inkling that something was probably wrong. So here we have it's been 12 hours now, and we have the S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know if it's really a helicarrier or if it's just a ship, but there's Elektra. She's working with S.H.I.E.L.D. right now. And they have Wolverine brought in here, and he's been beaten very badly. As she's talking to him, somebody's talking to him in his head and says, "Kill her. Kill her, you have to get out of here." And so he's fighting with it. But at the same time, it's figuring out where's the best way to attack her and kill her at this point. Let's see. I know, I can feel it all slithering into place. That's where his body's healing. "Stay away from me, lady. Please don't do this. There's something really wrong with me right now. Something isn't right here." And so they're making their way to Wolverine, but it's not going to be in time. So Wolverine kills the nurse, and then at that point, he escapes. And so they're on the move. The systems are alerted. Everything's starting to shut down, though, so somebody's obviously hacked into the system. He says, "It's Wolverine, sir. They said he's going nuts." So at that point, she makes her way in there. He's knocked out all the lights, And pretty much we know it's going to be Wolverine against Elektra now because these soldiers are not going to be able to fight him. She says he's here. There he is standing over. Hello, sweet cheeks. It's a pretty ominous little scene. It's to be continued. It's a pretty cool little scene there. I like that. But anyway, I thought this was a pretty good issue for me not to know the story. And I would recommend reading the rest of the story to see where it goes. But if you compare this to the Wolverine generations that just come out, I mean, it's night and day different. This writing and action scenes are so much better, it doesn't even make sense. Now, I know this is not the best artwork, but look at this action scenes compared to the scenes that they have on Generations. I mean, that was lazily done. They made X-23 so much better than Wolverine in his prime. That X-23, if she fought this Wolverine, he would cut her head off in like 5 seconds. And then probably throw her body in the river. But let me know what you think. And let me know if I'm onto something with this whole Generations deal and how bad it is compared to the old Wolverine. And I would definitely recommend this comic book. And let me know about what I'm doing on my reviews. And hit the thumbs up, hit the notification button. And have a great day, guys. Underground Geek out.